For the Ngalako was my statement, you know.
My name is Honorable Wycliffe Sundwa Wilson. This statement is by farmers and other stakeholders of Mumias Sugar Company, which is currently under receivership. The giant Mumias Sugar Company Limited was put under receivership on the 20th September 2019, having been unable to service its financial obligations with various creditors. The creditors appointed Kenya Commercial Bank to represent them. The agreement was that the bank was to operate the company until such a time that they recover their debt of 545 million Kenya shillings. When taking up the operations of the company, the following stocks were handed over to the receiver manager. 1. 50 kg bags of sugar, 700 bags, at a cost of 6,000 shillings per bag, which translates to 4.2 million Kenya shillings. 2. 685,000 liters of ethanol, which was going at 400 shillings per liter, and it was sold at 274 million Kenya shillings. A cane that was still standing in the nucleus estate was worth 170 million Kenya shillings. Other companies had also procured ethanol on credit, which was later paid to the receiver manager, and that money is still unaccounted for. The receiver manager commenced operations for ethanol in February 2020 till December 2021. That was 1 year, 10 months. He produced a total of 2.2 million liters at Kenya shillings 400 per liter, and that translated to 880 million Kenya shillings. Now, the reason we are calling for this, we are giving this press statement. 1, the receiver manager appointed by Kenya Commercial Bank commenced operations only 2 months after receivership. The $6 million question here is, where did he get the cane that was claimed that it was insufficient at the time of closure? There was no feasibility study and or survey conducted, and even the valuation report of the company assets and whatever was not done. The company operations are not friendly, especially to our environment, where the discharge of factory effluent are directed back to the river Nzoia untreated. Hence, marine life affected. On staff, they don't issue legal employment contracts, and all departments have been subcontracted and no further sensitization, not inclusivity, nor inclusivity. There is no status report of the company assets as today. The status of machinery, both movable and immovable, are questionable, and no clear valuation report has ever been submitted to the public, shareholders or other stakeholders. Yes. The present management is not meeting key primary objectives of why the factory was established in the Mumias. True. Now, as we talk, there is a demand by Kenya Revenue Authority today of shillings 3.5 billion arrears as at 2023 in terms of taxes. We now demand an elaborate report from the receiver manager appointed by Kenya Commercial Bank to bring us up to speed on the entire process.
Yes, exactly.
My friend, Mr. Welimo will proceed from there.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Raf Ngatia.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Wycliffe. Mimi majina yangu ni Daktari Ralph Ngatia.
Wewe ni media gani? Which media is this? Citizen. Oh. Wewe ni mtu ya news.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Wycliffe Osundwa. In addition to what Mheshimiwa has said, this team representing farmers from Mumias has in addition to say the following. The current investor has no capacity to run the 3 subsidiary entities associated with the sugar company, namely ethanol, cogen, and water plants. Isn't that true?
No.
And these are alternative revenue streams which would otherwise ruin the plant if they are not addressed.
Yes.
Now, since Kenya Commercial Bank was brought to Mumias by a court process, has the same bank remitted any status report to court and the public?
No.
Kwa sababu sisi kama wakulima hatujawahi soma ripoti yoyote kutoka kwa Kenya Commercial Bank. Hatujui ile pesa kwa mpaka wakati huu yenye wamerecover ni shilingi ngapi.
Tunataka kujua.
Hatujui pesa ambayo imebaki ni shilingi ngapi.
Watu walie.
Na hatujajua ni lini watamaliza kulipa deni lao. So those are the key questions that these farmers are asking. Since Kenya Commercial, we are aware the ethanol plant was vandalized. Hiyo plant ya ethanol was vandalized. And even the culprit was arrested via the OB number 09/25/2/2025. And no action was taken despite the fact that the management was aware. Na ndio kwa sababu hata sisi kama wakulima tunauliza kama hiyo ethanol plant was vandalized, management iliyoko haijafanya chochote. Is it party to the vandalization? Na wakati watakapotoka watalipia hiyo plant kwa sababu hiyo plant ilikuwa ya kusaidia wakulima apart from enhancing the status of Mumias Sugar Company within the sugar industry. We are aware that centenary valuers were sent by the receiver manager appointed by Kenya Commercial Bank on 3rd February 2025 to carry out valuation report. But we are also aware that some plants or some machineries were not included in the valuation. Sasa kama value ya huyu alikuja na kuna vitu kadhaa hakupewa, alitoa report ya aina
gani? Tunataka kujua.
Na kama hii report ilikuwa ya valuation, sisi kama wakulima hatujui ni vitu gani alihesabu, ni vitu gani hakuhesabu. Kwa sababu that report has never been made public.
Tupate report kamili.
Hence, we are inviting, na kwa sababu ya hiyo sasa, sisi kama wakulima, we are inviting the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to swing in and investigate this matter.
Yes.
Kwa sababu, we have a strong feeling that kuna agenda fiche hapa Mumias. Na ni nini hii yenye wanataka kuficha, sisi wakulima tusijue.
Kuna ukora huko.
And the only entity that can unearth where the processes are any ills is the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. Na huo ndio msimamo wa wakulima.
Yes. Kabisa. Ndio tunataka.
Na ninataka kumuuliza mwenzangu hapa aendeleze na hiyo report.
Asante.
Jina langu mimi naitwa Daktari Ralph Wangatia.
My name is Rafael Welimo. I'm a farmer from Matungu and a serious stakeholder in this sugar industry. And you, the fifth estate, or is it the fourth estate? The fourth estate, not the fifth. You are aware that we have persistently discussed this matter without coming to conclusion. And this is the first beginning of the long journey where we invite you to always move with us, because without you, Kenya will not know, the government will not know, the people will not know, so we're relying on you.
Yes.
Now, we the stakeholders here now are so worried and concerned that the current investor was to service the debt, but at this rate, at the rate where now KRA is demanding for 3.5 billion. And yet that is value way above the money the government, the man was supposed to pay. 500 million for Kenya Commercial Bank. Now we are talking about 3 billion. It also means he is making more profit than what he is posting to us, the public. So we need and we demand that since they killed the farmer organizations, out of these farmers that you are seeing, we are going to have representatives and demand that at every step of the receiver manager in engaging the factory and as farmers, we must be able to be consulted, because with them going out without involving us, they are stealing from us, they are killing our economy, which they have continuously killed, and our people in Wangaland are going to die because of the inefficiency of that receiver manager.
Very dangerous.
We therefore, as we thank the president for having given us the bonus that we received,
Yes.
we thank him for making sure that he revives the sugar industry. But there is no sugar industry when you are not mentioning Mumias Sugar. Because Mumias Sugar is the mother of all sugar industries in this country. And so we are saying we are not going to sleep, we are not going to rest, we are ready to make sure that our children inherit a better Mumias. And we shall soon be demanding to have audience with the government itself, because somebody somewhere seems to be shortchanging us and we are not reaching the avenue where we can be listened to. And I think that is what it is.
Thank you.
So we are definitely informing you, good guys. Tell everyone we are engaging our able legal brains to engage this matter until the receiver manager comes to tell us exactly. You know, from the case that was ruled the other day, it is simple and clear. The man is a mismanager. If he cannot file returns correctly, if he cannot give us the report correctly, then what is he managing? That is why we want our legal